how y'all doing?
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I'd say good.
Well, we got a lot of news today. Did you hear about the big stuff? I know y'all both have because y'all were directly involved. Actually, I don't know why I'm asking, but
Oh, that big stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the
Oh
big stuff,
god.
like.
yeah. Round two of playoffs has officially started. Y'all are both playing tomorrow, I believe, and then
Uh,
Alola and
Yeah.
Montenegro will be picking up a game right after a day off.
yeah, just one day to prep, but like, if you go to game 5, that's expected probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Game 5 was rough, but we recover.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
It's
know
the
you
price
did a
to pay
lot
to go through.
Spanish. I know you did a lot.
Yep.
You worked real hard for that game five
I
win,
did.
of course.
I really, I through thick and thin, persistence is key.
But yeah, let's move on to shout outs.
Ooh. I think I want to start with those this time because I
Oh,
have
you.
two shoutouts, but yeah, the first one is too happy, first off, because like our series was much better than I imagined it to be to the start. So like I owe him an apology. I wasn't familiar with this game, to quote someone, because like he played so much better than I thought, and like he got it to 2-2. Like, to be honest, like the games he won, he played well. The strats he played were very nice. Like I rewatched the game and I was like, oh yeah, he's adapting every game to the stuff I'm doing. And so I can see why he won 2 games, and also he's keeping the team. Uh, and like I think we just need to put the apology form somewhere on screen, because like I that's true. Like I know apology to Kepi. I wasn't familiar. I picked Artemis to win against him also in the last week of the regular season, and I regret that.
I think there's a lot to be said to Happy, mostly good things. But I think I'm excited to have him in the main league. We did decide we were gonna give him the Hustlers for the way he played in that series. Going for that reverse sweep up until the very last few turns was something that we don't see a lot in this league, and I want to give him another shot. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, he popped off there. No one had any faith in him coming into the series, and then he almost won. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think he came off of like a mid-season turnaround. You know, like he
Yeah.
got the team in the middle of the season. He didn't know what the draft was. He didn't really know how to play it. Really, the matchups he did play, they looked pretty horrendous. So I thought it was gonna be kind of a throwaway year for him. But no, he just came out in playoffs and he showed us why he deserves to be in the league, right?
Yeah, it's a classic case of the interim coach becoming the permanent coach because they did better than expected. And like the start was 2 losses, I think, the first 2 games. So like that's why expectations were pretty low going into playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But then they won their playing match, apart the one from Spanish. But I mean, no one expected them to win that. Lost the first 2 games against me, so things were looking dire. And then they just, they pulled tricks out of the hat, and like they worked. I'll be honest, they really worked. They
Yeah,
had me stressing.
I know I started on the hate train for Happy, but I'm a bona fide supporter at this point. I know a lot of people have got their hearts won over by Happy, so yeah, I wish him the best of luck in the off season, finding a second coach to help him draft and such. And yeah, I'm looking forward to his season. Any shoutouts for you, Spanish?
I'd like to thank the refs and the organization of the league for just being so fair and responsible. There's been no ill intent despite many shortcomings on the players' end. It's refreshing in this modern world to see refs so calm, cool, and collected making decisions. Just shout out to the league management. You guys don't get enough. You guys kind of get glossed over a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of conversation about it. I know between me and Peverell and PCR as well, and it wasn't an easy decision. I know not any of us wanted to make that decision, but it had to happen. Just which is unfortunate, but I
Yeah.
am. I don't know. It sucked. I didn't want to. I know PCR didn't want to, but yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to make the
I was really
rough
hoping someone
decisions.
else would get picked to make the decision.
Well, here's the thing, right? That was never not happening because you, Peverell, and me have always been like the core admins of this server since like its
Yeah,
inception. So, I mean, you're always going to be making those big decisions. Like, there's no way around it.
unfortunate. It's a price to pay for being responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
But they're
mean,
not gonna have KBR making decisions, you know?
not really. I mean, no knock to him. He gets stuff done when I need it done, but like, he doesn't. He's not the most morally sound when it comes to making big decisions sometimes.
Shout out KBR, even if he's not here.
I support
Yeah.
KBR though. He does a lot for the league, and he adds a lot of color to the podcast as well, which he couldn't make it today for one reason or another. So yeah, we
He was
have
probably in the
Spanish here again with us, and that works out for
Yeah,
us.
no, I'm here, yeah.
Do we have any more shoutouts?
I have, but I'll wait until we talk about my series to do it, because it's a very specific one.
I got you. I'm gonna personally shout out PCR, Spanish Gamer, Happy, all of those for getting those games done. It was a really electric series when they were playing, and I enjoyed watching, and I know a lot of people bought into the hype as well. I'm wishing for some more Game 5s in the future from y'all.
100%.
But
I
yeah.
mean, if I go to Game 5 my next series, I'm happy, even if I lose.
I think there's a world where I make it to another game five. I mean, back to back
Yeah,
game fives into then a third game five would be crazy, you know?
Make sure to lose the first two so it's reverse sweep. I got a
I
million.
yeah, no, I mean I gotta be breaking records out here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, are we good to move on to series recap? Series recaps.
yeah.
Jesus.
I
I'm good.
think we need to talk about that because, like, at least my series was interesting because I mean, all 5 games happened and like they were full games, and like it's really nice seeing the adaptations from both of us. I think, and like I think I'll start with game one. Um, I won it, but like there's many interesting things in this game, especially coming from the sets and the Pokemon's brought. They start with a tailwind, the Tornado's tailwind, and like unfortunately the Tornadoes dies immediately on turn 3 from basically rock slide spam. And that basically doesn't give them the opportunity to put another tailwind, and that was basically their plan, I think, in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Lunala was very low impact. Like during the course of the series, there will be some key Pokemons that will change the course of the game. Lunala is one of them. Is using Power Herb in this first game, and like the the meteor beam goes on Rillaboom, and then basically it has nothing to kill Oho and everything. So like it's just it's just kind of nothing. Even the Terra is used and like does no attacks with it, just dies in the same turn. Uh, but we see also the Entei starting to do some stuff in game one. Like he gets two 1 hits KOs on Ho-Oh and Baxcalibur, which will be a theme of the series, to be honest. Entei just coming in late game and being way too good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Also, the Lunala was Trick Room, but like they used also Thunderwave in the same game, so like it was some the speed interactions were a bit weird at that point. Basically, it all came down to a 2v2 in the end of the first game between Seble Miraidon against Entei Zamazenta, but the Zamazenta was burned. So basically, I won because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we saw that a lot during the series. We saw you go for a lot of Will-O-Wisps onto that Zamazenta in just hopes of nuking its power output before it can get started. And for the most part, it worked a lot of the time. I don't think there was a time in this series where I was like, yeah, that Zamazenta is doing a lot of damage through that burn. That wasn't the main force or drive for Happy's team, especially after that Will-O-Wisp. It was more just there to take up space on the field and set up KOs.
I puts up pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing about this matchup, there's a lot of Pokemons which like they don't do the damage, they do the pressure. Like my Miraidon, there's a Magenta. Like the Pokemons that actually did the damage are like Lunala, Entei on their side. On my side, I mean, kinda everyone and no one, because like there's no big hitters. It's a mix of everyone doing the stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, like that's the thing. They have the big hitters, but like they hide.
Yeah, I and I do commend Happy on that. Like once again, like he did a really good job of like disguising what his game plans were really going in, what mons you needed to worry about the most each game. And you could tell from game one he was just testing the water every time, trying to see what worked, what didn't. And he ended up taking 2 games off of you, and he almost won that game 5 if he'd just known about the psych up and minded it a little more as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can just keep game two. The most important things I think is like I managed to set up a Dragon Dance with Excalibur and kill the Sandy Shocks before it could do anything, with double priority Grassy Glide plus Ice Shard. The Lunala changes item to Leftovers, which will be and also moveset goes with Calm Mind, which will be the setup, the moveset and item that Lunala will use for the rest of the series. So that's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then game three, basically the first game Epi wins, and like it's pretty dominating if I think so. They just set up Stealth Rocks, which I will be honest, it's bad on me that I didn't know Sandy Shocks learns Stealth Rocks. I never played singles. I had my I had everyone telling me like, "Are you stupid that you didn't know that?" And I was like, "Yes." Um, so yeah, basically, I tried to do something with. I mean, I used Weird Window Ho-Ho to try and stop Lunala from setting up, but like, even if I managed to do that, but then Entei just killed everyone. So like, that's the thing. I was just too back from the first few turns, and also Excalibur is useless.
Yeah, I think I came to a similar conclusion from that game 3. We didn't really see Bax Caliber do much this series, regardless of the game. But you kept bringing him, so I was a little perplexed on it.
Yes. Okay, because in theory, the problem. Okay, the Excalibur theorem. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, this Pokemon in this matchup is incredibly good. Because
Mm-hmm.
he has like 5 Pokemons on Epi side are weak to ice. Problem is, Bascaribur is bad. Like, straight up. Like, in theory, is a good Pokemon. You can set up Dragon Dance, but it just dies to anything. I even, in game 4, I think I terrored Excalibur to Steel type to not die to Moonblast, but it just dies from a Mooncrest beam. Like, it's just. Like, I don't know why I kept bringing him. I kept believing in him. And he's just. It, it disappointed every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have run a Sludfest, like that was always an option.
Yeah, but the problem is in his speed tier, like it's just it's like it's not that fast. It doesn't hit that hard. Like he just
Yeah, too
it
many
doesn't do
problems.
anything.
Yeah,
But in theory, it's just the best Pokemon ever, in the matchup. But he's just the worst, probably.
Mm-hmm. And I think Happy did a really good job of making sure that Baxcalibur didn't get out of hand as well. Like, he just took care of it when it was on the field, you know. And really, with Baxcalibur in this matchup, that's all he needed to do to like make it a positive matchup for him. Is just get rid of
Yeah,
it.
because like the thing is, Entei with Stone Edge just kills Ho-Ho, and so Ho-Ho can't do anything to Entei. And the moment he gets on the field, a Lunala with a +1 in both special attack and special defense with Entei to the side of it, I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like the moment that happened, like the game is lost. Then, I mean, I also do a misplay at some point because I switch in Miraidon and I press Glassy Glide in the same turn. So I lose I lose the priority in Glassy Glide. So I basically just lose my Miraidon to nothing, which is an incredibly nice play from me. But probably the game was lost anyway. But it's nice that I just decided to lose faster.
Yeah, you just put the nail in the coffin a little faster than it would have. And I
Yeah.
think Game 4 was the game where when I heard the outcome of it, I wasn't actually actively watching it. My jaw just dropped, and I was like, "Oh, really? Happy just beat PCR again? Are we kidding?" and
Yeah.
I I was just so hyped at that point because at that point we'd had news that we were getting two game fives. You know, it's like my biggest dream for the server, by the way.
I mean, yeah. I
We made
think
it
also
halfway,
it
you
will.
know.
Oh, go on.
You can go Spanish.
No, no. I mean, I'm just saying we made it halfway to having two game fives. Like we really,
We got one at least, you know.
yeah. I mean, we kind of had two game fives, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
yeah. But yeah, let's talk about game 4 a little bit.
Game four.
Yeah, game 4. Unless you had more for game 3.
Yeah. I mean, game three, I didn't have much because like it's just happy prepped better. To be honest, they prepped better. They also brought the superior, so like they had some secondary plan in case the plan with Stylefok went wrong. Because superior is also Terra ground, so it works good into Ho-Ho because you can just boost and like not get super effective damage. The Superior that like it loses to Excalibur, but Excalibur dies before Superior gets even on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't do much, but like that's a good switch up. And then they switch back again for game four. They bring Raging Bolt instead of Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Like even after they won, they keep adapting. That's the thing that surprised me more against about Happy this matchup. Like it's just that they know what they're doing. Like it looks like they know what they're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I think
like they made my Ho-Ho scared to be on the field straight up.
I think the biggest thing for me when I was judging whether Happy gets a team or not, right, was how he reacts to just a draft. You know, how does he react in a series? I want to see if he has like the basics down, if he understands how his draft is going to work, how he's going to adapt, all that stuff. And he did not disappoint me in the slightest. And I think that's one of the biggest like praises I can have for Happy, and I'm pretty sure you too, is like his adapting ability just throughout that series was amazing.
Yeah, I mean he had me bring out all the stops to be honest. Like cause think we can talk about game five now, cause like that's the last game, and I think I need to talk about it for a lot. Because, like, I mean, first off, I need to do my shout out. Because this is my shout out is to Picanor, my second coach.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me prep this matchup a lot. Like, we tried a lot of stuff to see what works, what doesn't. Uh, so, like, thanks to him, because like, I don't know how I could have prepped this without him, to be honest. It was very complicated. But, like, we came to the realization that like basically Umbreon with Terra Poison is really good into this matchup. The only thing you have to be scared of is like Sandy Shocks and Entei if it has a Stomping Tantrum,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a choice band set, so there's a good chance it has it. Uh, but yeah, like Umbreon with probably like Reflect and Light Screen with him is just good. Problem was, trying it, he was like, okay, what if just the Lunala or someone else or the Zamazenta just sets up in my face? And I
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything because like my attacking move is Snarl or Foul Play.
Yeah.
So at that point, like I was looking at Umbreon move set, move pool, and I was like, wait, it has Psych Up. And I was like, that should solve the problem. And it did, because like, what if the Lunala just goes +1/+1 in special stats? I can just copy it, and I take the same damage I was taking before. I resist the Moonblast. The Moongeist Beam does 1x damage. So like, I should be safe, because like, Umbreon is very bulky. I put Toxic on it with Poison Terra, so like I can't even miss the Toxic, which is very helpful to be honest, because like I had to use a lot of them to get kills, because it's the fastest way to kill.
Yeah.
Like Snarl is there more to drop the special attack. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Also, it helped knowing what items Epi was gonna bring, like the leftovers on Lunala, because like me and Picanor tried to look around for like what could they change, and we were like, okay, the things that could basically kill my team would be like a clear amulet or like what's it called, covered clock on
Mm-hmm.
one of like either Lunala or the Sandwich Shocks. But like they didn't bring it the previous game, so I'm like, why should they just change it now? They don't know I'm bringing Umbreon. Like I didn't bring it for 4 games,
Yeah, I think
so like there is some element of surprise in that too.
yeah, I think for me, I knew going into this game five, you were kind of down in the dumps thinking about it because you just got like two games ripped off of you just back to back. And I was wondering how you'd respond, but you responded in the most PCR way possible, I think. And you found Psych Up Umbreon for that game five. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just a stroke of genius, I gotta say. Like, I don't think in a million years I would have cooked something that crazy up for a doubles match.
Yeah, I mean, Psych Up, like, I haven't seen Psych Up actually played since like 2019 when when it was like in VGC Kyogre Psych Up to copy Xerneas.
Hmm.
But like that, apart from that, I don't think I've ever seen Psych Up being used. And I was like, I don't know why. Like, I just remembered it when I saw Psych Up there. I was like, oh wait, just like because Xerneas was a thing, and I'm like, Lunala is setting up 2 times, so it's basically just Xerneas.
Yeah. I, I think, in terms of this series, I think you both played really well. You made it feel like high stakes the entire time. I think,
Oh, it was.
I think you had your moments of like positive momentum. You had your moments of negative momentum. Just you shared, and a lot of the games they were close, like throughout the entire thing. And I think in terms of league history, this is probably the most solid series we've ever seen. Just because it went to game five, but also because of how just beautiful it was as y'all competed against each other. You know.
Yeah, because we saw gimmicks last season win games, and it was like it's nice when a gimmick wins, but like at some point you're like, oh, I wish we could have seen like some more normal games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like in here we have like basically one gimmick probably, which is the Psycha Umbreon. Because apart from it, it's just normal stuff happening. Like Calma and Lunala, it's a common um, Pokemon. Like it's all normal stuff for the rest of it. So we're just both playing, seeing what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, and I don't know. I obviously I say so much praise to this series, but I think I wouldn't want any other people to play that series out. I think y'all played it perfectly, and I'm so glad y'all let us just be around to watch that play out. You know,
Yeah, I think it should be posted on the channel at some point. So
I'm gonna
the game
be
five.
I'm gonna be posting the entire series. Like of all the playoffs are going up to YouTube by the end
Hmm.
of the
Yeah,
playoffs.
game
So
five should be with commentary if I'm not wrong too. So
yes, we have some commentary. It was mostly just watch along, but I will
yeah,
be
it's
where
not like a
content
watch
again.
along, but like
But yeah,
yeah. So look out for that because I think it's gonna be good. Like the Peverell was there. I'm curious to know his
reigning
insight
champ
into this.
Heverell.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
He's in the stands and like looking for his next adversary.
I
there
imagine
was
Pevro was just watching and just like internally thinking, "Wow, that's such a misplay. I could have done that better."
I
I
think
imagine that's what goes on in his head. Because, like, sincerely, like, there's no
Uh,
other option.
there was a
Um,
moment where KBR legitimately said, "Why doesn't he just do normal move into ghost type move?" And I was like, or normal move into ghost type, and I was like,
that's
maybe yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Also, speaking of the Sableye Will-O-Wisp, like they for game five they put Facade on Zamazenta, which was actually a nice move. So like yeah,
mhm.
I mean, I
um,
always think it's
forgot to
weird. Like, I
mention that.
never fully understand putting facade anticipating a burn. Because to me, that always seems like weird. Because you're assuming you're going to be burned anyway. No,
I think
especially like on like a Zamazenta where you're probably not that invested into your attack. I mean, I don't like obviously like it's probably a good play. I don't. I always think it's weird when it happens though, because
I
I'm just like
think
that.
in Happy's situation, this was probably the most like reasonable thing. Like if you're bringing Zamazenta, you know it's a wisp target immediately. So I would bring Facade as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I will whisped it 3 times. Like,
No, like I get that. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to play around Will-O-Wisp whenever you can't just Lumberry.
Hmm.
yeah, but
So
Zamazenta
it's kind
can't.
of
His
risky.
item. Zamazenta is
Yeah.
an item he has to
Yeah,
use to
no,
beat
I know. That's
Zamazenta.
why. Yeah, I know. Whenever you can't
So,
Lumberry, right? It kind of screws you over. I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think Happy did a lot of good stuff that I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to seeing him continue next season.
I don't think anyone could have taken PCR to a game 5 here other than Happy. I think everyone else would have. Because I mean, I think Pevro probably just like loses 0-3 anyway. Um, and then
That's insane work.
and then the rest of us probably like lose 3-1. But like, I think this is really like it's interesting because Happy went from being like the guy everyone's like clowning on to just the guy who almost beat PCR, you know? Like he's essentially already better than KBR, which is kind of wild, which
I
is like because
think
that's a full 180.
poor KBR, he did nothing wrong.
I think the real
Well, no, but
situation
like I
here
mean,
is Happy just made us respect him, like straight
Yeah,
up. He said,
yeah, I mean,
100%.
"Respect
like
me."
complete 180. We went from having people like just slandering him all the time to now he's just like he's up there, you know? He's
Yeah,
a
we have
really
like
good coach.
at least 4 to 5 people sent an apology form to Happy, like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was rooting for Happy, so I don't feel the need to fill out an apology form. I was a Happy believer, but you know,
I mean, we had our predictions. I think it was last podcast about the score of the no 2 podcasts ago. It was I think about the score, well
Mhm.
how it was gonna end. I think we had 2 3-0s and 2 3-1s in my favor. So like, yeah, that tells the story.
Yeah, I mean, Happy, I cannot give enough praise to this man. I just, he made me respect him, and I had to, of course, fill out the
like,
apology form. But I think we can safely say he's etched his name into DLP history as the man who almost did it.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
he pulled off like one of the craziest upsets almost. I mean, he didn't pull it off, but he got really close, you know?
Yeah, he was a couple turns off from being able to
Yeah.
say he beat
One
PCR in
crit
a
and he
reverse sweep.
probably wins that, you know? Like
I I
one good
I
crit
was
and
one
he's
game away from going 7-3 in regular season and then not make it to top four. Like, just,
Yeah. I
Yeah, no, you did have a rough schedule. That was
I think we should hand it off to Spanish now, though, and see if he can give us a little insight onto
I
his
well,
series.
I mean, so like from the get-go, like it was a good series for like 2 games and then, Gamer was winning, right? And I mean, they were pretty like blowout games. I mean, actually the second one was like pretty close. I mean, the thing is we've played each other so many times to where like nothing's really like gonna shock me when he does anything. Right? It really like at this point it feels more like it's just the mental battle in game. Like like it feels like it's more like it comes down to like the micro decisions we make during the game more than our prep because our prep really like this was I think before we played twice this season, we played twice last season. And it kind of gets repetitive and this really just this came down to like the mental warfare, like
Hmm.
it really just came down to who could tough it out and who could, withstand the pressure of playing 5 games,
Yeah, I
And I'm not gonna go any further, but I did
yeah,
win, so there's that.
yeah.
I mean, I think
Obviously,
jokes aside, like it could have it's the potential series, like straight up, because like we almost had a game 5, like we had also a game end because gamer forgot a rule, uh,
Yeah,
like
no, I mean we had Gamer losing a game because he used baton pass. We had a game where I mean I think that was a masterclass by me game 4, and then game
yeah,
five just kind of we
100%.
and then game 5 was just
Like
mental warfare completely off the field. That was We were uncooperative with each other. And I mean, I'm not gonna point
Um,
fingers or anything, but
don't.
well, I won't point fingers. We both played a crucial role. Like, I mean, there was an order of things, but at the end of
Yeah.
the day, we both were what's it? We both didn't work for the best of the league. And I do feel bad that this is how this turned out, but on the other hand, I did win, so that's pretty dope, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I also hated how this turned out, but like I said at the beginning of the episode, we just had to make decisions, and unfortunately, it worked out the way
Yeah.
it did. I wish we could have gotten a game played, but y'all kind of both forced my hand and
Yeah.
But
the
there is
council's
one
hand.
man happy about the results of these games,
Yeah,
and
me.
he's not
I'm
here. No, he's
Oh,
not
it's
here. It's
KBR?
KVR. He
Oh,
has a
yeah,
perfect
this
bracket.
had this. Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
forgot
say,
KBR had
speaking
this.
of
He's
KVR, he still has his perfect bracket.
I mean,
like
he's
we
amazing.
slender him. Like KVR is
For
getting
what?
slandered continuously, but he knows ball apparently. Like he just knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his bracket continues to be, but I'm sure it has PCR
It's
winning against Peverell, and that's what matters.
no, it
He's
has
Peverell
Peverell
beating
Spanish final.
PCR.
It does? Oh my God, dude, KBR is such a believer.
He said
Like
he said he wanted to believe in the underdog story of Spanish. And he's been gloating nonstop about it since I've
I
been
mean, to be fair, to his
VC
credit, this
with
has been a
him.
crazy underdog story. I mean,
yeah,
usually
man.
the story is like, usually it's like the top teams pay the refs, and this is kind of like the opposite. Like, I'm not paying refs, but like, this is the first time the underdogs had sketchy, ref decisions. I feel like I don't remember this ever happening. It's usually the big teams that get the calls in their favor, and this is a win for the little ones. Shout out to the Happies. I mean, I had Happy, bringing it back 3-2, but like, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, he was really close. I was cheering for the happy upset, but
Yeah, no,
when
no.
it comes
I'll
to
when I face PCR in finals, I'll win for Happy.
Not happening. It's not happening.
It's you better make it, bro. This is
I'm not
it's
making
happening.
it.
No,
this is
trust me, it's
a
it's happening. You gotta
certified
remove the mental blockers, bro. You're inhibiting yourself.
this is a certified fun fact, by the way, but I was talking with Peverell and he was like, "Well, I've been prepping for PCR all week, but maybe I should look more heavily into that happy matchup." And I
Oh
was like,
no.
"You know what? Maybe you should. I mean, I don't know how this game 5 is going to go."
It would have been really
Uh,
funny to see PCR lose to Happy and then Peverell just 12-0 or 18-0 Happy or whatever. Yeah, it would have been really funny.
Like a real
oh god.
Spanish
Yeah.
situation last
Yeah, no,
season.
like it's a like and to be fair, I think Happy would have gotten 6-0 with way more grace than I did. I don't think I ever picked up a Pokemon kill KO.
No, you did not.
I got we got 4-0'd, 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 6-0'd. Not in that order, other order, but
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
rough.
I
That's
went down
rough.
in the history book season 1 and I'm going down in the history book season 2. We're bringing this back. I'm
Yeah.
18-0 in Beverell in the finals if PCR doesn't make it. This is
Revenge tour, huh?
Yeah, no, Revenge Tour. Yeah, I beat
I mean,
Gamer. I mean, I don't really consider LCV a rival. I mean, I beat him last time. Like, the only real match we
like
played, I won. So, I mean, this is kind of just.
three. Yeah, also a stat, random stat. Three of the top four from last season are back in the top four.
Oh, that's true. I was in top 4 last season. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just gamer missing, but like, and instead of
Oh,
gamer we
no.
have Lilikov. But
Yeah, I
like
mean, I
the rest are
personally,
the
I think
same
this is an
people. We
upgrade.
are the same people at the end of the season again.
Yeah.
Fully cherry picked
I mean,
stat PCR.
Yes.
it's crazy because the final is going to be essentially like, it's just going to be me, PCR, and that's not a common match. We faced each other like
That's
twice.
not happening. I told you already.
Of all the old coaches, we might have the least games between us, and it's happening. That's going to be the final.
Yeah. We, I mean, we played plays last season.
I I should have known this series wasn't going to end any other way but with drama, knowing it was between you and Gamer. I
It
should have
was
just
really a
prepped
roller
it.
coaster of emotions. Where at the end of the roller coaster, we all just like took a collective head dive off of it. You
I
know,
mean, yeah, pretty much.
I don't feel great about the win, but on the other hand, I did have a really good game for, and so that's what really matters to me.
I wasn't sure about giving Gamer a league penalty. I was gonna give him originally two for
Oh,
stuff said on VC with nobody else around, but also I felt like making him lose the series was more than enough to justify
Yeah.
not
yeah.
doing that. And
But I've had my
We
fair
skip
share of
over
just
it. We skip over it.
takes on gamer.
I
yeah, I should have
think
known
we
I know
should
coming
move
into
PCR
on.
says some crazy things in VC when we're not recording.
yeah, PCR, he's
Never
always
happened.
like so
PCR be
unhinged.
slinging stuff all over. Like, I mean,
Like he's a completely
I am.
different
PCR's the
person
reason
when
what
we're not
happens in VC
recording.
That's not true.
The
That,
camera
this is
changes him.
slander. This is slander.
The camera changes him for the better, really.
yeah, I mean, dude, you should have heard what he was saying before he beat Happy. I mean, that was
No, it's not true. I was scared as hell before playing Happy.
I know you were scared. You're like, I'm about to lose to Happy.
I think I said multiple times I'm a bum.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And if you had
'Cause-
lost the game 5, I would have been like, yeah, you're a bum, you know?
yeah,
yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, true.
You know what? At least you won, ethically.
Yeah.
As the new face of unethical gameplay, I mean, I congratulate you.
Spanish is the
I
new
think we
face of
can.
unethical
I think we
I'm
can
now
start
Shay, I
talking
guess.
about semifinals, though.
I think, do we
Yeah,
have a
no, I mean-
sponsor?
Now
Really
my
great.
sunglasses, they work.
We got the new
Shout out Italians
side
for
up,
having a code of ethics. I don't know.
the side up sunglasses. We've been sporting them a couple times. in the video.
Oh, that's bars. That's bars.
Yeah, the
Guaranteed
crocodile
to lower
sunglasses
rate of
originals, you know?
Yeah, side up guaranteed to fucking give you no more headaches.
Yeah.
Headache be gone.
You got a hangover?
Or
Wear these
alternatively, if you're a side
sunglasses.
yeah.
You gotta try to look cool before your game 5, you know? Just go to the stadium with sunglasses on so they don't know you're scared.
Yeah. Just cover your face in a ski mask and wear bulletproof.
Okay, here's the situation, right? We got Montenegro versus Alola Mola on the top of the bracket. This is a rematch from last season, right? And I think
Yep.
we gotta diagnose who the major players are going to be for this. So let's break it down, gang.
Yeah, I think the key players would be something like, I don't know, it might be the same stuff from me, like the same few Pokemons I played the last few games against Tappy or Peveril, because those were my last matches this season.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, it's always the same stuff when talking about Peveril's team. Like he has like 5 different cores he can bring. Like there's the Pelipper with the rain and doing stuff with Chaludon. There's the Zacian which you can pair with Cresselia to just survive everything. Ting Lu is in there somehow. Yes, Dondozo Tatsugiri, and Dondozo is also a Terra, so can work. Yes, Flamico in case he wants to do weird stuff. I don't know which weird stuff, but at some point it might happen. Ursaluna Cresselia is a good combo of Pokemons, to be honest, because like they always work together.
Yeah.
It's an old VGC couple basically, and like they always work together. So like yes, too many things that can work, and like prepping for all of them is not gonna be easy. That's all I can say, because like I haven't prepped yet.
I think it's definitely going to be matchup dependent for both of you. I think both of you have some major strengths. I think both of you have some major weaknesses that you can abuse depending on what team it's brought. But it's going to be a lot of prep mind games, I think, is what this series is going to come down to. I'm looking forward to Maridon, Ho-Oh, Rillaboom. Roaring Moon has a good spot in this for sure. And I don't know. I think Sableye is probably a must bring just because you need that bulk into this really offensive Alola team.
Yeah, I mean, I think I brought him to every match aside from one.
Yeah. I think
So,
I just realized how many total turns you have from this series, and you gotta click your
oof,
buttons a little faster. Man,
okay.
that's insane. 85 turns in 5 games.
You have 85.
Last
That's insane.
the last game was the longer one.
You had a 27, 28 turn game for game 5.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if me and Gamer cracked 30 turns total.
Y'all have 40. But yeah, I'm
I mean,
excited to see this matchup. I think I automatically have to go ahead and give Alola Molo like an auto win in my pick'ems today. Just because he's beat you 2 times, but that's no disrespect to you. I just think I haven't seen enough from you to see a lot of counterplay into what he has on his team, if that makes sense.
yeah, I agree. Like if I have to be like impartial and like realistic about it, like I cannot pick myself winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Do we?
it's, as someone who doesn't have to be impartial in this, I absolutely do think PCR wins this 3 straight games. I think it's his redemption story. I mean, I had my redemption story, and I think it's now PCR's turn. Like I think he locks in here. I mean, he's been going at it for a while, and I think he's gonna crack the code, and Peverell's gonna crack under the pressure. Peverell's gonna drop like the first game ever legitimately dropped, and he's gonna fall apart. He's gonna crumble.
And let's move on to
Uh,
the Kanto Koraidon Lilycove matchup and see kind of what the thoughts are on here.
I mean, I think there's a few crucial things to keep in mind here. For me, right? Like, I mean, obviously, like the Cali matchup, the Cali Shadow into the Cali Ice is never like a comfortable matchup
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, Cali Shadow just has actually it doesn't really have that much versatility. It kind of does the one thing where you give it a choice specs and it just kind of does move, 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 you know. But
Yeah.
like that's kind of hard to do anything for, because it kind of one shots half my draft, and so that's kind of an issue to prep around. And I can't even protect because the Urshifu just like hits through protect, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Indeedee, I like the other thing I look out for is the Ogerpon Hearthflame also just with Will-O-Wisp kind of like just because I think it gets Will-O-Wisp. I actually haven't checked. I just kind of assume it does. But like that can be an issue. I mean, it's not my main concern, but it's up there. And then I think Indeedee female on his end is also something I'm particularly worried about because it can just it can imprison me, and that's kind of annoying if he imprisons because I can't really set up Trick Room after imprison. That being said, I don't think Indeedee female gets follow me, and that's kind of phenomenal for me because I am pretty
It does
partial to
get
use.
follow me. I have bad
yeah,
news
it
for
does.
you.
I don't think he's
It
bringing
does.
follow me. I don't think he's
Oh,
bringing
okay.
a set of Indeedee female running follow me and then trick room and then like I don't think he's bringing follow you or follow me and like like if he brings follow me, well whoop de doo. I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't you
Ogerpon
know.
doesn't get Will-O-Wisp, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't. Phenomenal. Well, okay, so that's slightly less concerning, but that Pokemon still is like that fire grass type. I don't really have a good answer to that other than just brute forcing my way through. Because I mean, Groudon can't hit it, Cali can't hit it, but I mean, but the thing is, right? What gives me confidence here is that that's it. There's not really anything else I'm really worried about. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of those 4 Pokemon and like maybe Arcanine, and that's it. That's really where like I mean, I guess Gallade can also run Imprison, but I don't think he's running Imprisoned Gallade. That'd be insane. But like I mean, that's where like my concerns stop, right? Because I think in this matchup, I think for me, I have way more versatility. right?
Yeah.
Like I can run if I really want to. I can run Tailwind, and he's not gonna prep for my Tailwind. Let me tell you, I don't care if he watches this. He's not prepping for the goddamn Tailwind. Like there's no way. Like I simply refuse to believe it. I think it's also worth noting. I've thrown Parish Song as a possibility now. Like that is like in contention. I brought it out game four against Gamer. It works clearly. I mean, I won. And so that's also something he has, right? And I think just generally it's way harder for him to prep in this matchup than for me. Because I prep for like the 2-3 offensive threats. I prep for like the wild card and DD. And then I'm kind of good to go. I just got to figure out my support, you know? And that's, I mean, I beat him once. I also lost to him once, but I mean, we're not counting that as like a legitimate loss. I wasn't playing to win, right? I was tanking. Like I wanted to lose that. But and so I mean, I do have like a sense. Like I think maybe I drop a game. I don't think I'm 3-0ing him, right? But I think in all likelihood, I think I pick up game one, and then I think I probably like slack off game two, and then I just come up with a winning formula for game three and four, and then we're good to go, And then I'm facing PCR in the finals. Like, I mean, I think I just have like I have so much like more options on my team. I mean, maybe I'm dumb. Maybe he's got like some insane tech that I'm like I haven't looked at the move sets correctly. Like maybe in like 3 hours I'm prepping and I'm like, oh wow, that's actually an issue. I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, uh, I do genuinely think that this is a much easier matchup for me than it is for him, despite him having like a way better matchup on paper with his Ubers.
Hmm. I think
So I have a certain degree of confidence here.
I think for me personally, I think the biggest deciders for this matchup is going to be how well Lilycove can play into that trick room, stop it, and use his offense, right? Because if he can get his offense up early, there's nothing that can really stop him. And really,
Yeah.
I think we've seen it all season. He's been the most offensive team in the league, naturally with Kali Shadow, Urshifu Rapid Strike as his leads. But yeah, I think as long as he can get his offense going, there won't be that much of an issue into you as long as he can take care of that trick room.
Yeah. I mean, you say he had a really offensive season. He was top of offense, but I do think it's worth noting that I handed him a third of his losses, and I have just beaten the guy who handed him his other two losses. So, I mean, I think that's worth noting.
And I
It's
think
really,
there is something to be said about that. Like this matchup, it's not as vague as Montenevera Alola Mulla will be. I don't think, but yeah, I do think for Lily Cove, I think I'm giving him the edge just because he does have the more offensive team, and as long as he can get that pressure out, there's nothing he can't really do, you know.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
that's
looking at the both teams, like it looks like every team has an answer for something on the other side. Like you have Urshifu Water, okay, you have Groudon with Sun.
mm,
Uh, you have Trick Room on Spanish side. Okay, I have Imprisoned Trick Room. So if you want to do that, like both have counters for the other one. It's just like when and how you're bringing it. It's gonna be a very tactical matchup, to be honest. Like, also, what if I'm going very bulky, slow stuff this game? Okay, I'm bringing Kali Shadow lead with specs. Uh,
mm-hmm.
like,
to be
there's gonna
fair,
be a
if
lot of
you
stuff.
expect, I'm fine with that because low key, like, I will be leading after you and Didi more often than not, I think.
Yeah, also, the Arcanine is in there, which can intimidate, but like it doesn't have a Terra. It's not a Terra captain, so like it dies from one Precipice Blades. Later, like it works, but like in only specific circumstances. Salamence also is another intimidate, but it dies from Glacial Lance because he is also not a Terra. So like it depends. Like that's what I can say. It depends on how you two play it, because you both have uh, the stuff to do it. Who's going to actually do it? We don't know.
Yeah.
I think PCR is on the right track here. Did you have something you wanted to say, Spanish?
I mean, I think it comes down mostly to just how who positions their Pokemon better. Both, I think the lead is really crucial to look at. I think whoever dominates off turn one is probably gonna run away with it. Um, that being said, think I think it mainly comes down to who's gonna be able to position their team better. and who's going to be able to play around. Like, will he be able to play around Trick Room, and will I be able to just survive the turn 1 and get it up? Because I think once I get it up, I do have, I think once it's up, he kind of doesn't have a good way of lasting through those 4 turns.
Yeah.
I think that once I get it up, I think I do win, provided I don't lose 3 Pokemon in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what it's gonna come down to, is that turn 1, 2, maybe even 3, and who can get the pressure off quicker.
Yeah. Like the only thing would be like some Whimsicott shenanigans at that point.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
I'll be
think
Just got
damned
to
if
have to
if I have
like
a Psychic Surge Pokemon and the Prankster Pokemon is what runs me through.
yeah.
there is a real
Yeah.
case where Galarian Moltres and Whimsicott are the deciding factors for this matchup, I think.
Yeah.
Just because of
Yeah, no,
how they
just air out my deck
respectively,
out here. Just just give a heads up to what I'm bringing. Just
like Whimsicott and Galarian
Yeah.
Moltres both have the
Yeah.
ability to change the field entirely. And I think discounting either of those is going to be a major mistake for both teams in this situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
also
don't know. I'll brute
like for
force through the
example,
ones
the
that I
Psychic
think.
Terrain problem, there's Iron Crown on the other
Yeah.
side, which can use it. Like
Yeah, I will say the thing with the Whimsicott, I mean I'd be amazed if this came out, but I am really worried that he's gonna bring out Trick Room Whimsicott. Um, I don't think he will, but he absolutely could, and I don't really have a plan for that, and I don't plan on having a plan for that because that is just an insanely bad idea for him to do. I think. Now, would it work? Probably. But I don't think it's one of those things where I can see the possibility, but the same way I wouldn't prep for Psychs Up or whatever the move, right? The copy stat. I'm not prepping for that, right? The same way PCR got away with that on Umbreon because no one's prepping for this. I'm not prepping for the inverted TR from Whimsicott. That's just that's not gonna happen. I hate to break it to you, but that might win a game, and then I'll be forced to prep for it. But for right now, I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, Whimsicott also dies to literally anything.
Yeah, if
So
you bring Whimsicott, you pretty much have to bring it with Sash just to guarantee that it doesn't
yeah,
immediately die unless it's a double up.
right.
Because if you double up, it's seen as a waste of resources,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
doubling up isn't hard for me because a lot of my Pokemon hit with spread, be it Precipice Blades, be it Glacial Lance, be it Expanding Force, be it a fake out into the Whimsicott turn 1 or whenever, But I
Mm-hmm.
do think I think the Whimsicott could do something. It's just not main thing I'm worrying about, because a lot of it I think gets nullified by just having Psychic Terrain up, and he's also going to be setting up Psychic Terrain in all likelihood with his Indeedee. I don't think he brings Inner Focus Indeedee.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm
Also
the only person who has it, but
Khalid gets white card also. That's a thing that can happen.
Galley gets white
Speaking
card.
of spread moves. Yeah, Khalid, yeah, it does.
Oh, Galley. I thought you said Callie, and I'm like, no, it what?
No, that would be insane.
Yeah, no, Galley does. I mean, yeah, no, that's true.
So like there is a lot of stuff that can happen in this matchup.
Yeah,
Like
no,
it's an interesting one. I will be watching these games like 100%.
I think this matchup has a lot more potential for a game 5 just on face value, just looking at the matchup for sure. I think Lola Mola Montenevera, it feels, for me personally, it feels really uncertain whether PCR can come up with enough ideas to take it to a game 5, let alone win the series. So I think this is one of those matchups where it's more up in the air, whereas Alola Mola, I feel like Pepperell kind of just runs away with it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have more faith in PCR than apparently anyone else, but
He's facing
Yeah.
the reigning champ, and he got
Yeah, but
3-1.
he's PCR, Like he just throws a coffee at him and he's chilling. It's really, it's the mental warfare, bro. I mean, how much pizza do you think Peverell's eaten over the course of his long, long life? I mean, bro, the
Not enough.
international pressure PCR brings to the league is not to be underestimated, I think.
I think if anyone can manage to take games off of Peverell, it is PCR. I'm not discounting that, but I do think it's going to be an uphill battle. Like, it was an uphill battle for Happy, right? Like, if he does take a game off, it's going to be an uphill battle. I said that about Happy, and I'm saying it about PCR now. And that's naturally the only thing you can say about underdogs going into these underdog matchups, right?
Yeah. I do think this me versus Lily Cove might be the most like um I don't think there's an underdog here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah,
Like, because when I played Gamer, no one thought I was beating Gamer. I mean, you guys were just absolute haters.
KBR did.
Now, to your credit, it was a questionable win, but nonetheless. Oh yeah, no, KBR did. KBR's goated. I mean, day one, bro. You know, day one in the league. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we've been duking it out. You know, season one, we're here. I mean, sure, he got demoted, but like, you know, that's my goat. You know, the rest of you are haters. You know.
I will gladly wear my hater
True.
badge. I always tout myself on how much of a hater I can be. So,
Or you know, there's nothing wrong with being a hater. Like, I think that's completely fine. You know, like I'm a hater. I'm an absolute hater for X people.
mm-hmm.
You know, we don't bring
Yeah.
that up on the podcast, but you know,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we could go to pick'ems now.
I think
And
yeah we should.
because
Do
that's
some
the interesting part. Because like, ooh,
I'm giving Spanish first call.
what do you mean for? Oh, am I calling the pick'ems? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
bet. So I don't have like a thing of paper with like pick'ems on it, but I do have PCR winning 3-0. Like if I had a sheet I was physically writing it on, that would be what I wrote. Now, if I'm being more objective and realistic, I think PCR cleans this up neatly in a 3-2. That being said, I would recommend putting money on PCR winning 3-0. That's like, you know, I think that's what's most likely. I
Mm-hmm.
think you know, if PCR can get over the mental like, you know, blockade he has of thinking Peverell, like I think Peverell's a really overhyped player, and I think once you get the mental blockade out of your head, you can go the distance with him, you know.
I think you have
And
the
you know, I
over
have
on
faith that PCR
Peverell
can
and
do that.
3-0, and you're just trying to
Yeah,
get
well,
more
I mean, I
money.
think I think the thing is, right? I think if PCR wins this game one, he wins the next two straight. I don't. I'm pretty confident that that's what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think PCR needs to find his confidence. You know, I think PCR needs to like get a really close game and like it comes down to like a crit or a miss, and then he's running off to the races with this.
Mm-hmm.
And then as for my own game, I do think this is going to be just a you know clean 3-1. You know.
Mm-hmm. I think for me personally, I'm giving PCR the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him a 3-1. And I think the sky's the limit for PCR as long as Picknor's helping him prep. I think we've seen it before with this Montanavera Hammers core. And they won a championship before, so I think if anyone can do it, it's these guys.
Oh.
And then Lily Cove versus Kanto Karaidon. I think Lily Cove's going to win this in a sketchy 3-2. I'm giving a 3-2 to Lily Cove.
uh,
How
yeah,
about you?
I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna say Livikov against Kanto Corridons. I'm gonna go 3-2 for Spanish. I
Mm.
think he has the like both teams have the resources to do it. I just think that after winning game 5, even if it happens that way, but still going from 2-0 down to winning gives confidence and stuff. And I think they can win it in a 3-2 though, because like that's going to game 5, I think, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if I have to be realistic about my own game, I'm predicting a 3-1 victory to Peverell. But let's be delusional for one time. I have props for it. I can be delusional like this. This year is our year. We're winning it all. 3-0, I'm winning. I'm winning 3-0. And it's not even close. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's
It's our
time
year.
for announcements. Anybody got announcements, or is it just me because I'm the league owner?
You are
I
usually
think
the
it's just
announcement
you.
person.
Okay. So here's the situation. We're starting to gather second coaches for Second Coaches League Season 2. First coaches should be on the lookout to start signing on some second coaches. New coaches for the main league, I will allow y'all to also partake in Second Coaches League if you're not feeling that comfortable in your situation, like Happy specifically. But yeah, I think we need to start gathering people like that, and that's about the biggest announcement I have. Then we have Reg J tournament. Obviously, I'm going to be posting a link to the bracket to sign up, and that'll be out by Wednesday of this week. So look out for that. And yeah, watch round 2 of playoffs. It's really good for our viewership. 3, 2, 1. See y'all.
See you.
Goodbye.